As a tester, day to day, we are raising so many bugs. But sometimes what happens, we have assigned to one developer and he will assign to the another developer, or we have assigned to the A developer and he will assign to the B developer. So why this happens? Ideally, this should fixed by A, but he or she is going to assign to the B developer. Because in a company, there are different development team. Few people are working on, few developers are working on back end, few developers are working on front end. If we have found the bug and we have assigned to the front end guy, but actually that bug will belongs to the back end. So front end developer will assign to the back end team. So to avoid this, there is a one theory which is a client side validation versus server side validation. If as a tester, if we know what is a client side validation and server side validation, then definitely we are going to add value to the process and business, and it will speed up the development activity as well as the bug fixing activity. So let's discuss what is a client side validation versus server side validation after a small intro. Before that, don't forget to like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe Fundu Test.
Camera rolling, action.
In today's session, we are going to discuss what is a client-side validation and server-side validation, later on how we can perform, how does it help us as a tester. First of all, what is a client-side validation or server-side validation? So we can see here, client-side means I have displayed picture of a Chrome, and server is actually server. So whenever we are doing some activity on a browser or mobile application, so as a browser we are going to use Firefox, Chrome or Safari, different browsers, or in terms of mobile application we use applications in Android devices or iOS devices. So this all works as a client, and on top of that there is a server. So how communication happens? Whenever we are performing some activity on a client, let's say I'm sending a friend request to my friend, or I'm filling some form. So basically as a user or as a tester, I'm interacting with the client, which is a browser. So I will do some activities and it will generate some data, and that bunch of data will go to the server and it will process on the server side, and I will get some response like success or failure. Like that it will work. In client, let's say I'm doing a sign up activity on Facebook. So I have entered all the data here. So after that it will generate a JSON body which has all the data, so whatever I have filled on the browser. Let's say I have filled first name, last name, all this information it will generate as a JSON body, and it will go to the server, and in server it will process the data. If I have entered the valid data, I will get the success response, and all these things happen. In that, what we have to test? So let me go to Facebook. So let me click on create new page, and if I click on the inspect element and I'll go to the network tab, so here we can see what are the activities we are doing. So basically we have to click on the XHR. First I'm going to skip a first name field. So once I will skip on the first name field, it will show me error. If I'm going to skip surname field, so it will throw an error. Here I am skipping surname field, but here we cannot see any API activity, which means this is a client side validation. Client is verifying there is some missing area, and based on the client code it will throw an error. Here we can see what is your name, what is your surname, or what is your mobile number. Everything we can see here as a client side validation. But once we fill some data, let's say I'm going to fill some random data, test, account, mobile number. Let's say I'm going to add dummy mobile number, and I'm going to add some dummy password, and I'll click on sign up. So once I will click on the sign up, we will see in the network tab there is some request. It will generate the data and it will go to the server, and we will get a success or failure message. So let me click on the sign up button, sign up. So we can see there is a get request, post request. Here we are triggering some request and we will get response from the server. So this is called a client side validation and server side validation. Now the thing is, where we can test this or how we can make this is actually a client side bug or server. Let's say I'm going to a amazon.in, and here I'm going to search any special any mobile phone. Let's say I'm I'm going to search iPhone 12. So here, for example, it is showing all this information, phone name, price, ratings and everything. Let's say price is not displaying. Somehow every data is successfully displaying, but price is not displaying. Then how can I make sure it is a client side issue or server side issue? So for that, what I need to do, first of all, I need to go to the network tab, or somehow I need to, if I have a API access, then individually I can call all the APIs. And first I will make sure if data is coming from the APIs or not. If data is coming from the APIs, then we can say server is sending data to the front end, but somehow front end is not able to process that data, and due to that we are not seeing price on the client or a browser or a website, which means that is a client side issue. And in most of the case, if we are facing a client side issue, then we can go to the console, and in console we can see some errors. So this error we can share with the development team, and this issue we have to assign to the front end guy. If data is not coming with the APIs, some data is missing, let's say name is missing, or in database we are seeing some name but we are getting some different name. In that case we can say it's a backend issue. Front end is trying to display all the data whatever he is getting. For example, I am a son and my father is giving me a pocket money. So by default, whatever my father is giving, I can spend that. I cannot get extra money from anywhere. Like that, whatever data server is giving to the front end or backend is giving to the front end is going to use that data. If data is missing, then front end will display some null value or blank value, or nothing will be displayed. Like this happen. Like that, we will get to know if it is a front end issue or back end issue. And whenever we are going to get any bug, first of all we have to verify it is a front end bug or UI bug. Sometimes a small UI bugs can be a front end issue or back end issue, or it can be an overlap issue. Whenever we are going to get any bug, we have to do the deep analysis. Now let's see some differences of the client side and server side. So client means this kind of approval is a quicker and simpler. If there are any validation from the client side, so those validations are very quick. If we are navigating from one tab to the next tab, then very quickly in a span of millisecond we can see the error message. But what if it is a server side error? Then basically we are sending data to the server, it will process the data and we will get in the browser. As compared to the client side, server side validation will take more time, or it is slower. Next is in client side validation, JavaScript, Ajax or HTML5. HTML can be used as a programming language or technology. In server side validation, there will be a C#, .NET, VB, Python, Ruby, or whatever backend languages are there. They will perform backend validation, and they will, based on that, we will get the response. Next is a client side is a basic validation, but server side is a advanced level validations. Why? Because in client side, mostly client is going to verify in form. Let's say we have to fill 5 data. Instead of 5, we are filling 4 data or 3 data. In that case, client will show the error message. Or let's say along with the password, we have to enter 6 to 32 character, but somehow we are entering only 3 to 4 character. So client will throw an error. But what if we have entered 6 to 32 characters in a password and password is wrong? Then it will go to the server. Server will verify all this data and we will get response from the server, which means we can perform only basic validations, but security validations or advanced level validation, we have to rely on a backend or a server. And what we have to test here, so basically if we are testing any application, we are filling some form, so whatever data we have entered, those data will go into the database. And whenever we need those data, for example, we are doing sign up activity, by that time we are giving the data, our name, birth date, gender, profile picture. So everything from client we are passing to the server and it will store in the database. Now next step, whenever we go to the edit profile, By that time, we will get data from the database via server, and it will display on the front end or a website. Here we have to make sure that whatever data we have passed while sign up, the same validation database should have. And while edit profile, there is also name. We can change the name, we can change the password. All these three different places: sign up activity, edit profile, and database. Password field should have same validation. Name field should have same validation. So like this kind of activity we have to do as a part of deep testing. I hope everything is clear, and if you have any doubt, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will be happy to answer. And don't forget to like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe Fundu Tester, because you will not get this kind of content anywhere on the internet. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow with the new topic.